Hello everyone, George here, and as you can see, we are back on F1 Clash as usual. Today we are gonna be playing the final round of the pre-season testing event. I'm pretty happy with this event. For this one, we're gonna be using Kimi Räikkönen level 10 and Charles level 6. As for my tune, I'm gonna be using the usual, as you can see here. Hopefully we can get the rotor up to level 10 soon. And I already played my first 7 races, 320 points. Great start for us. Unfortunately suffered a breakdown in races 1 and 2, but it is what it is. Pretty happy with this score so far. I'm looking for a new personal best this Grand Prix, and let's get straight into it. So our first race is gonna be on Red Bull Ring, and as you're gonna see here, we are gonna be facing a guy who is swiping. One thing you need to know, every time your screen froze on this menu, like before the start of the qualifying, then you do know that the guy quit the race, he left, and he's just using swiping to get easier matchups. This is pre-recorded. I'm just recording the voice right now. As you see, we got P11 and P13 against this swiper. Alright, so you are about to see an amazing race, but you are gonna see how the bad RNG in the game can sometimes ruin your entire race. We had a great start from Kimi here. I decided to go for the 4-2-3, and all the cars in front were on soft tires, which is definitely 100% impossible to overtake, especially around Red Bull Ring. And you can see that around turn 2 and 3 you can lose so many positions around this corner here, and around turn 3 and turn 4 as well. And we are just stuck behind all the cars in front. As you're gonna see, overtaking a car on hard tires should be the easiest thing you can do on this game. And Leclerc was up to P13. It was a decent start, let's say. He's up to P12 now. And all the AI cars in front on softs are gonna be pitting. So we are gonna gain so many positions here. Kimi is gonna be, I think, up to P4, maybe P3, I'm not really sure. He's up to P4, Charles is in P6, and we are gonna be pitting at the end of this lap. And you can see here the struggle to overtake the cars on hard tires. And sometimes the game doesn't want you to overtake a car in front of you, so you get stuck behind that car. And we are gonna be pitting now for a new set of softs, and we're gonna start our boost phase. And hopefully, alright, so my rival Räikkönen is on hard tires, and you can see now 1, 2, 3, 4. There's like 5, maybe 6 cars on hard tires in front. So you think that these are easy picks for you, so you can overtake them easily. We started our 6th lap, and I started struggling behind this car, this Red Bull car, who was on softs, but I believe Max was gonna be pitting at the end of this lap, so I had to go for 1 extra lap longer than anyone else. Alright, so we got him here. That's terrific actually. And we're just stuck here behind Alonso, who was on hard tires. And this is the bad RNG I'm telling you about. Like, as you can see here, we overtook him from the outside of turn 2. But when I tried to overtake him from the inside on the final turn and on turn 1, I couldn't do that. And at this stage I thought that this is gonna be easy for me. Every single car on the track is on hard tires, so I should be flying around them. So I decided here to cut down with Kimi and try to slow the pack just to help Charles overtake all of these cars. As you're gonna see here, we overtook Alonso for P5. We're gonna overtake the rival here, Gasly, and we're gonna go up to P4, and this is our final lap and where the struggle starts. All of the cars in front are on hard tires, and you can just see here that Charles is not even able to overtake them. There's like some kind of magnet between the car in front and Charles's car, and he's a sitting duck behind all these cars. So Kimi finished in P1 and Charles stayed in P4, and this is actually where my anger started, to be honest. That's gonna be 45 points, and let's go to the next race. Alright, for my next race, it was on France, a complete dry race, and I was hoping to get a decent quali at least, but as you're gonna see here, we got a decent quali, not the best, but a decent one. It was a P6, P11, and I completely thought that this is gonna be, even if it's a real player, we can do that. My strategy works 100%, but you're gonna be seeing here, he's using the exact same boosts I'm using, but in a different order, which doesn't make any sense, because normally you go for the dead fast, or let's say the firework, or whatever boost that gives you this extra speed and overtaking. You use them on the car in the back to pick up some positions, as the dead fast is honestly the strongest boost in the game at the moment. But first of all, he was using regular driving, which doesn't make any sense again, and he was just holding us back. He wasn't even going for the lead of the race. He was just trying to hold us, trying to ruin my race, and we're just losing positions because of that. As you can see here, Gasly overtook us, and at this stage I was so angry, honestly, and I decided not to stay with the original audio for this video, because I was raging so much. I kept swearing a lot, and this guy was just so annoying, to be honest. And it was around here, around the final corner, that I managed to overtake his Max Verstappen, he's using Lumberjack on him, and Charles was up to P8. You do see or realize that in this game, every single time that you overtake your rival, the cars in front are easy picks for you, especially around tracks like France. I tried to go for a late pit stop here, didn't work. Plus, what added struggles to me is that he had the garage in front, which was so annoying. So I went for another late pit stop here with Charles. Unfortunately, none of the cars in front was pitting, and Charles, as you can see here, we are in the back, behind garage. So I decided to go for my middle stint on boost. As you see here, he's just boosting to hold me back, but he then decided to go for full 2 laps on boost. He's about maybe boost at the start of this lap, yeah. And the Ferrari did pit, and I was trying to overtake him. It wasn't working. This guy was not doing anything except holding me back. And I thought about like forfeiting the race and leaving the race, because there's no point of going for it. But I decided to stick with my plan, and it was around here that I decided to go for All right, let's do it. Let's go for hard tires and see if we can boost 3 laps and get this guy. And it was my only solution against someone like this one, who has been so annoying. Charles was up to P4 at this stage. Great comeback for him. And that was like, especially if you are, let's say, in front of your rival, and you can pick up AI cars easily. So as you're gonna see here, he's just gonna keep like boosting and trying to hold me back. But there was that moment at the start finish line where I managed to overtake him with my Kimi, but I wasn't sure that the fuel is gonna like, my fuel was enough to carry on boosting to finish. As you can see here, we managed to overtake him on hard tires just because the Lumberjack boost helped us. And we got P3 from Charles, and it was around this corner that I did realize that the fuel was not gonna be enough for me to carry on boosting. But honestly, this is one of the ugliest races I have ever raced, and this is one of the most annoying players I have ever played against. And I had to start conserving around this corner, and at this stage he had to boost the entire lap, but luckily for him I had no fuel left in my tank, and Kimi was just a sitting duck. And you're gonna be seeing here how he overtook me so easily around the outside of turn 12. And yeah, Charles was holding up in an amazing way. He's in P3, and we can afford boosting him from this point. And it's gonna be P2 and P3 for us. 45 points. It's not the best, but at least we got 45 after such qualifying, and 45 points wasn't enough for me to keep a top 3 spot. Alright, for this final race, I took the decision of keeping the guy's name. He's Nico Tim from Hunters Austria, because honestly, this club has to get banned. All of its members as well, because I did face 3 of them in this Grand Prix. I believe one of them was in race 4, the second one was in race 7 or race 6, I'm not really sure, and this is the third one of them, and they just use swiping. Every single member of this club is using swiping, which is honestly so annoying. And it was P8 and P11, and at this stage I wasn't even sure that he's swiping. I always try to like give excuses to these guys and saying like maybe his connection timed out or something. So I had to wait, and as you're gonna see, it's just an AI. And this is where I was 100% sure that this is another swiper from a swiping club, an entire club using swiping just to get a better placement in Grand Prix events, which is honestly so annoying. It was a decent start from my drivers, P6 and P7, and around this stage I decided to go for 3 laps with Kimi Räikkönen, and I had to get him in front using team order, and I decided to keep boosting on this straight over here, trying to pick up at least 1 position per lap. It was working perfectly. We got up to P7 and P5, but around Spain, AI cars on soft tires are so strong and they can overtake you easily. You're gonna see here Max is gonna overtake Kimi, and we got down again to P6. So I decided to go for a 2 pit stop with Kimi Räikkönen, and I decided to stick with 1 stop strategy with Charles, even though it was 100% risky. but what helped me was that the leader of the race wasn't that far in front. So a one-stop strategy would have definitely worked for Charles. And we're gonna be boosting here. Every single car in front did go to pit, and Charles stayed out, and he's gonna now be up to P2, maybe P3. He's gonna be up to P2. So luckily I had the garage in front, which helped me like pick up some positions inside the pits. And this is where my boost phase started. I had the rival in front on hard tires. We overtook him easily. He tried to give us a little bit fight, but Kimi Raikkonen level 10 is honestly OP. And this is where like I was shocked, because the Mercedes car in front was supposed to pit at the end of the third lap. He was on softs, but Lewis Hamilton decided to go for 4 laps, and then he left pits on hard tires, which gave me the upper hand. So I decided to go for the undercut with Kimi Raikkonen on the cars in front, because AI cars on softs were gonna pit at the beginning of lap 7. And I was praying that around this corner the McLaren car is not gonna overtake me, but Spain needs a lot of work around the pit entry, because you do lose so many positions because of the cars trying to pit, because they go wide and then like they go inside the pits. So I was looking at the leaderboard, and I saw that every single car in front are gonna be pitting, and this is where everything turned in my favor. I was up to P1 with Kimi. The undercut worked perfectly, and the undercut, like going for a one-stop strategy on Spain, is considered let's say like an undercut. So I was able to boost for 4 entire laps with Charles Leclerc, and I had to cut down with Kimi around like halfway in the final lap. But at this point I knew it was a 1-2 for us, 47 points, and at least we finished on a hype, and we're gonna be getting a new personal best. I believe it's around 457 points. I missed out on top 3 by a few spots, but that's completely fine. It's gonna be a top 10 finish for us 100%. Unfortunately, I had to face 3 players who were swiping, actually 4 players, because another member, our first race of this video was against a swiper as well. So that's gonna be 47 points, and let's check the leaderboard. So after playing 10 races, we finished with 457 points, new personal best for me. Pretty happy with this result. We're not gonna complain. We are back to top 10 spots again. Amazing strategies I'm using. The fast pit time stop strategy is working perfectly in qualifying rounds, and use your strongest tune in final round. That's gonna be P4. This is gonna be it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and again, sorry for raging so much, but it's just the way it goes. And I'll catch you guys up tomorrow for the rewards video. Take care and peace.